Hey guys, good morning. I actually get to do my live chat on Saturday. Yay! So we don't have a track meet today. Yes. So I actually get to do a Saturday live chat. Next week, which is our last week of spring break, I also don't have a track meet. Well, there is a track meet. There's an Arcadia meet, but that's like the cream of the crop of like the nation. So I think maybe we have one distance runners going, but none of my high jumpers, so that means I don't have to go. So that means I get to do another Saturday live chat. Yes. When we get back to school, however, there will be one Saturday track meet, and then I think we have a week off of no Saturday track meet, so I'll be able to do another live chat then. And then we'll have one last Saturday and then be back to my Saturday live chat. So I'm really excited. Oh, great. Looks like we have a few people in the room. Excellent, excellent. I was feeling kind of like, I don't know, super energetic and happy this morning. What's up, New Age Lunatic? So I figured, I was like, maybe I'll just like bust out my unicorn hair. I was just like kind of feeling it today. And I actually well, I guess it's not really makeup, but I have, you know, those CC creams, because I'm not really a full makeup type person, but I actually put like a tinted moisturizer on my face. I done did it up for you guys. Okay, so I have a few things to chit chat with you guys about. I have a book and a few decks. I took the Myers-Briggs personality test, and I want to share those results with you guys. And I was inspired through Dead Cheeky's tag that she did, the hashtag Myers-Briggs tarot. I think that's what it was called. And then you could take your whatever the result was of your personality trait, and that translates into a tarot card or a court card. And then, you know, so I want to kind of talk about that. And then I want to maybe add a few things that I left out of my video where I did that crazy house clearing where I slayed an energetic dragon. So I kind of want to get into all of that for you. So right now I chose the bedroom to be in because this is where my laptop is, and that's where I want to read the stuff about the personality test. So I want to do that first since the laptop's open, and then that way I can close it and we can save some energy. Okay. Well, maybe we wait for a few more peeps to get into the room. I have my tea steeping. It's way too hot to drink right now. It's called Get Limber tea, and it's by the Republic of Tea. Republic of Tea is one of our favorite brands of tea. So it's steeping right now. It's an herbal tea because, as you guys know, I can't have any sort of caffeine. Not that I was a caffeine junkie in the first place, but I decided just to try out green tea last night, since I figured it was the end of the night. If anything happens, I'm at home. I'm in like a safe bubble. And it seemed a little intense. The green tea used to not have an effect on me, and it seemed a little much. So I was like, ah, crap. I really can't have green tea. Anywho, let's see. Well, let's go ahead and get into that personality test. So let me just kind of move this around so I can see my computer a little bit better. And first of all, how is everybody this morning? So like, what are you guys doing? What do you have planned for your Saturdays? What do you have planned for your Saturday? Andrea, Liz is here. Hey, what's going on? So just kind of asking what's up with your Saturday? Like, what are you guys doing? And then we'll go ahead and get into that Myers-Briggs test that I took. No, I'm gonna burn my mouth. I'm just gonna wait. Okay, well, let's see. Let's go ahead and get into the test then. So there was a condensed version of it that Dead Cheeky found, and she found it to be just as accurate as taking the long ass Myers-Briggs test. And I think I've taken that test before, and I think I ended up just getting the same result on here. So I was like, excellent. So the personality type is New Age Lunatic says she's back. She had to get some tea. Yay, we get to share in some tea together. Excellent, excellent. Let me just make sure that this isn't crooked. I'm gonna just adjust my tripod just a little bit. There, that looks a little bit better. Cosmic Creeper's here! What up? It's my cat sister. So I was just about to jump into the personality test that I took through Dead Cheeky's link. Okay, so my personality type, drum roll, is the Advocate, an INFJT. So maybe it's T for Tara. Okay, so my individual traits, and then I'll look into a little bit more in the profile. It says I'm 61% introverted, which you guys kind of knew that. I always said that I was like an introvert extrovert. New Age Lunatic says she loves these tests. I always pass. Dude, me too. I am any other sort of test? Maybe not. Cosmic Creeper says, what up, sister? I've finally written your live time down so I can be a regular. Whoop! Yes! So Cosmic Creeper, I will be able to do another Saturday live chat next week, but the week after we have another track meet, so that live chat will get moved to Sunday again. But that's only going to happen 2 more times because we're only going to have 2 more Saturday track meets, unless my high jumpers make it to CIF, which is the California Interscholastic Federation. Green Owl, what up, girl? She's here. So, and I'm pretty sure my top high jumper is going to make it to CIF prelims, finals, and she might make it to state this year. So there might be a few Saturdays taken, but then once track is all done, which is the first week of June, it'll be completely done. We will be on a solid schedule of Saturday live chats. Because Sunday just feels kind of weird, but anywho. Let's see, other individual traits of mine. I am 88% intuitive. As far as my feelings go, I'm 72%, kind of feeling things out. How I judge myself and my surroundings, 90%. Yes, Creeper's in the house. And then it says turbulent, which I forgot what turbulent, well, I know what turbulent means, but in what context? It said 69%. So my role is diplomat. My strategy, constant improvement. Okay, so let's link it to the profile. So again, this is an INFJT. Okay, so here it explains. Okay, so introverted. So this is of the mind that determines how we interact with others, our environment. Introverted individuals prefer solitary activities and get exhausted by social interaction. They tend to be quite sensitive to external stimulation, sound, sight, smell. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really sensitive to loud noises, not so much strong smells or strong taste, because sometimes I like really flavorful foods. You know, I live a very non-bland lifestyle. Yes. Oh, you're an INTJT. Excellent. And that was Green Owl. But sounds, if things are really loud, or I don't like being outside my classroom when the bell rings, you know, after school, because the kids can be so loud. I swear their screeches, the girls are like, ah! They're like having a competition of who can scream the loudest after school, and it's like, I can't take it. Which is why I've always loved concerts, but my ears are ringing afterwards, and I could start to feel kind of weird during the concert. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Non-bland, do you have an aversion to the word spicy? I was trying to use a different type of wording, non-bland. Let's see. Energy, which is 88% intuitive. So this shows where I direct my mental energy. Intuitive individuals are very imaginative, open-minded, and curious. They prefer novelty over stability and focus on hidden meanings and future possibilities. Like, that's me to a T. Cosmic Creeper just found hers. She is also an INFJ. All right. Nature. This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with our emotions. So 72%, I cope with my emotions by feeling my emotions, 72%, and 28% is thinking. Feeling individuals are sensitive and emotionally expressive. Hello. They are more empathic and less competitive than thinking types and focus on social harmony and cooperation. I would say that my dude is more the thinking type. My tactics. The trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. So my tactic is judging, 90%, and 10%. I thought I saw a putty tat. 10% prospecting. Judging individuals are decisive, thorough, and highly organized. I would say I'm really anal when it gets to things being neat and tidy, especially in my workspace. Dead Cheeky just tuned in. She says she is in ENFP. I am an INFJT. A advocate diplomat. Let's see, my tactics. They value clarity, predictability, and closure, preferring structure and planning to spontaneity. Yes, I need to have things very planned out. I'm not usually a person to wing it, although I'll do that sometimes when I have to, and I'm really good at it. Like, let's say things aren't going to plan. Internally, I could be freaking out, but I'm very good at improvising. So that's kind of where my imaginative nature comes in, and I'm really good at like just kind of calming everybody down. Like, it's cool, this was all meant to happen. Like, no worries, people. I got it handled, and I usually do. So let's see, identity. This trait underpins all others. So this is like the underlining of all of it, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. So 69% turbulent, where like all my emotions and my thinking are going all over the place, and 31% assertive. Turbulent individuals are self-conscious and sensitive to stress. Hello, heart condition. They are likely to experience a wide range of emotions and to be success-driven, perfectionist, and eager to improve. Yes, yes, and yes. So yeah, and then, you know, obviously you can go into, it goes into more detail about home life and all that stuff. Dead Cheeky says there seems to be lots of INFJs in the tarot crowd. I'm turning out to be something of a unicorn. I was noticing that, Dead Cheeky, when I was kind of scrolling through the comments, you know, after I watched your video. And a lot of people were the INFJ. INFJ. And then I only saw that a couple others that were the INFJTs, which if I looked into the Learn More section, it was saying that those people were only 1% of the population, just because you know, we have all these like lofty ideas. We tend to, like I say, we as in people with very similar personality type, to be very sensitive to others. However, not to the point where I'm a pushover. Like, I don't like when people tell me what to do, and I like structure that's created by myself. I like my own self-imposed structure. I do not like structure that is imposed onto me. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm almost a contradiction. And although I can get lost in thought and I daydream, and I'd love to, you know, just be out in nature and just like be out, just like, you know, daydreaming the whole day long, I also love to act on those daydreams. Like, I want to make them come true, and I take steps towards it. I'm not one of those people that, you know, falls out of, you know, that energy of getting stuff started. It's like, you know, I will get it started and I will see it through to the finish. You know, I am determined to act on all those lofty daydreams that I have. hence my oracle deck that is now beginning, which I'll get into soon. So yeah, I thought that that was really, you know, interesting. It was like finally like, yes, this is me, you know, because I always thought like, is there something wrong with me? You know, I seem to be so contradictive, you know, everything about my personality, you know, I love, you know, kind of getting attention, yeah. I like attention, and I like stop using the word like. I like, oh my God. I love to entertain people. I love to make people happy. Yes, the Gemini duality. I love to make people laugh and make people feel welcome and all of that. But then at the same time, I like to withdraw. I like to be curled up within my own thoughts and read a good book, watch some YouTube videos, write in my diary, work with my tarot cards. You know, I like to do a lot of solitary things, but you know, and sometimes when I start receiving too much attention, which sometimes happens, you know, I, you know, would sometimes receive like a lot of attention from like dudes or just, you know, people in general that when I hang out with me, and then all of a sudden I feel like I'm such a weirdo because it's like I just called in their attention, but then I'm like, run. So yeah, and I really do just like kind of need my batteries to recharge, because I kind of like soak up people's energy and then I give out so much energy as well. And so it was very helpful for me to be able to understand myself a little bit more and be able to see somebody put that into words, where sometimes I struggle with that. Pixie Dust is here. Hey, what's up? So yeah, Dead Cheeky, that was fantastic. Thank you for creating that video. I love looking at the links. Oh, and then the other link, the Dragon Slayer. Yes. Thank you very much. I felt very unicorn today, so I figured I'd go with the unicorn hair. Dead Cheeky had also posted, so what is the court card that is linked with this personality trait? And that is by going to tarotavenue.com, and you can find that on Dead Cheeky's channel under her Myers-Briggs video that she did. Where is the cups? There we are. The Queen of Cups. Yes. INFJ, seeking meaning and connection in ideas, relationships, and material possessions. Want to understand what motivates people and are insightful about others. Conscientious and committed to their firm values. Develop a clear vision about how best to serve the common good. Organized and decisive in implementing their vision. Yes. My boyfriend always gets on me because he always tells me I'm a bad friend just because I'm not yakking on the phone like he is all the time to his best friend. Like I swear, him and Bobby, like Bobby is his other relationship. Like he and Bobby are on the phone, talking about cars and talking about food, like all the time. And he wonders like why I'm not like that. Why aren't I always yakking on the phone with like my friends? And I said, if my friends need me, they'll call me. And if I need my friends, I will call them. You know, but I don't feel like I need to be yakking on the phone about just like my day or the weather, you know. And you know, kind of learning through all this, like putting it into words, like yes, I like to have deeper connections with people. I like to talk about more than just surface topics if I'm going to bring somebody in as like a close best friend, you know, somebody who's going to be like my sister or brother, you know. And so I have a very small amount of best friends that, again, I'm not yakking on the phone with them all the time, but I like to, you know, when we do call, it's about some serious stuff, or, you know, we'll throw in a joke in here and there, and we like to be silly and goofy. And if we find that we need to go hang out, sure, we'll go hang out. And I mean, none of them live in the city I live in, but, you know, I'll drive up to them or they'll drive down to me. She said, yes, that makes total sense to me, says Cosmic Creeper. Yes. So it's like, and so like when it comes to, like it says like career, you know, I need to be able to have that connection with the people I work with in order to trust them enough for me to work deeply with them. You know, I need to trust my superiors, that they have my back and that they respect my values and my morals. And that's true. And I think that's why all of a sudden I've been on this like path to, I need to get out of my teaching job. So I've been working really hard, you know, at my tarot business and trying to, you know, really become a full-fledged entrepreneur. Because, you know, once I feel not supported and I feel like we're not on the same wavelength in terms of, Allie is an INFPT, the mediator, you know, that if we're not on the same wavelength and I feel like your morals and your way of thinking and doing things are not my way of doing things, and I feel like that's outside of my moral judgment, and then you're imposing this structure that I don't agree with, all of a sudden I'm like, I'm out of there, you know. So that's why I've been like, no, you know, you guys do not have the interest of the students at heart, and it feels like there's no way I can fight that because it's a whole educational structure. You know, and although I'm the type of person where I like to avoid conflict at all costs, I'm a lover, not a fighter. You know, I will try to kind of, you know, chill everybody out. Just how can we diplomatically resolve these issues? And I will do that to a point until I feel like people are taking advantage of me. People are taking advantage of those that I care about and love. If I feel like my students are in danger, which I see them as my kids, you know, or my athletes, I feel like people are taking advantage of them or hurting them somehow, then I don't care about whose feelings I hurt. You know, I will protect them. You know, I will protect my integrity and my morals and the people I love. I will fight viciously for those people, and you will see a side of me that you have never seen before, and it's not pretty. So yeah, and but for the most part, I'm just a really relaxed person, you know, and some people are like, will fight every battle, and if I see something that's not worth fighting, I'm just like, psh, it's like, why waste energy on it, you know? Again, unless it's something that where I really see some injustices being done, that whole Libra moon of me. Any injustices being done against those I care about, of children, you know, animals. I feel like I'm their protector. So yes, so Dead Cheeky, this was awesome. This really brought up a lot of really cool things. So it was nice for that all to be put into words. I liked it. So I was kind of scrolling through and I saw, you know, all the other different personality traits that you guys had. So anybody else that's in the room, do you guys know your personality trait? I don't know all the acronyms for all of that, so you got to tell me, like, you know, like what was it, Allie said she was like the mediator, and you know, things like that. Otherwise I'm like, and I think my tea is not going to burn my mouth off. It's good now. Green Owl is the architect. Ooh. For some reason, all of a sudden, I just thought of the Matrix. Like you were the constructor, the builder of the world that we live in. But in a total, like, non-antagonist way, you know. Okay. Let's see what else I was going to talk about. Yes. The Wally Oracle. That's a working title. That's not actually going to be the title of the Oracle. Alex says it's a very cool test. It is. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Green Owl says, I'm a fluffy bunny, not a constrictor. There you go. So, if you guys hadn't heard already, hey, Sean's here. What's up? I am creating my very first Oracle deck. Since I'm a photographer, I have tons of pictures already that I'm already kind of sifting through that I'm looking to see if they would work in the Oracle deck, because I take a lot of well, I would say the picture orientation is a lot of landscape, and I don't have that many portrait orientation pictures. So I'm looking at the landscape type pictures that I do have of my sacred spots and places that I've been that I felt had a lot of sacred energy to it, and seeing if when I crop them, if it would fit and make sense on an oracle card, because I have to look to see how much people can actually get on an oracle card, and it's not just, you know, looking like it's a piece of a picture but they can't get the full picture, if you guys know what I mean. I'm trying to look at perspective, you know, on the deck as well. So I'm looking through my own pictures, but again, I'm welcoming you guys to please, please, please submit your pictures, because I want us to be able to, you know, share from all the different places we live, whether you're in the United States or abroad, you know, especially if you're abroad, you know, let's get all these different pieces of the world, you know, different sites that you consider sacred. It could be, you know, like I said, your own backyard, a little spot in your home, or maybe there's like an actual famous spot, you know, where you live, that this would be, you know, really good. Green Owl says you could do a sliced panoramic like Prisma Visions. That's a good idea as well. That is a good idea. Thanks, Green Owl. You know, but I want to be able to tweak the photographs that people submit. Obviously, you know, I'm going to kind of run it through Photoshop. I'm pretty good at Photoshop, you know, 'cause I do photography and I like tweaking stuff, and you know, sometimes I like making fantastical pictures. But I want to put, like, I know I want to put a couple of layers on these sacred sites that people submit. And I'm kind of thinking like maybe because I'm very connected to flowers and plants and things like that, and I'm thinking of maybe a very light layering of maybe plants on top. I don't know, I'm thinking about it, because we're all in like the thinking stages. Sean says I could try, but my camera skills are not that great. I think the more amateur looking the better, because then it's not like we just like yank some photos off of Google, you know what I'm saying, you know, where it's not like, oh, and then I took these like uber professional pictures, you know, so that they look just perfect in the oracle deck. Now I know that in the personality test it said I am a perfectionist, but perfectionist not the way in a way that I want things to look fake, you know. I want people's, you know, genuineness to come through. I want the oracle to have a genuine feel and not a very superficial feel of this is all just clip art from, you know, Google, like I said, or somewhere else off the internet. So yeah, you know, I would like to obviously submit some of my pictures, but if these are pictures that came off your phone, just use them. If these are pictures of Polaroids that you have taken, that would be cool too. New Age Lunatic says, oh, this is gonna be so awesome. Wally and Floppy Horse, yes. Green Owl says, I'll send you a sunny day empty pool floaty for Wally to perch on in a few months when the pool is not fourth frozen ice cube. Allie says, don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, I then, you know, and I have a few pictures already. I think I have like 20 pictures, but of Wally, and I've already cut him out so that, you know, using Photoshop, so it's just him, it's just the image. He's just you know, I can then place him in certain places or have him kind of pop out. He won't be like the center of the oracle card, but it would be kind of like like a Where's Waldo, but Where's Wally, kind of somewhere in there. And the reason being, number one, you know, of course, he's my furry little boy. Thanks, Sean. But you know, I find him to be very magical. A lot of people are really drawn to him, and I feel like he has a really healing energy. And by the way, that kink in my neck that I got after I cleared those people's houses, that couple's house, Wally had started vigorously laying on my neck, and it's all better now. Like, I have my neck back. I'm so happy. But yeah, he really is a healer. And I feel like, you know, if his energy is in the deck somewhere, you know, in each of those cards, people can focus on him or not focus on him, but I think he's really going to bring a really healing quality to it. My stuffed animal, I mean, some people might find this silly, but I don't care because it's my oracle deck. And like I said, I don't, you know, if it never gets sold, that's fine, because it's my Oracle deck. It's going to bring me joy. It's going to make me happy. You know, I'm going to have fun using it. And maybe there's a couple of people out there that are going to have fun using it too. Great. You know, the mission is not to play to others' interests just so I can sell something. It's, I'm going to make something that I know will be healing, and it's going to be something that I find awesome, and hopefully some other people find it awesome too, you know? Okay, hold on. I gotta go back to some of these comments. Pixie Dust says, I just went back and watched your Talking with Spirit through tarot, and I'm in love. I love it so much, and I'm willing to try it rather than rely on my Ouija board. Yeah, give it a try. And if you want to make a video about it, like, I'd be so interested to watch it. Cosmic Creeper says, this sounds amazing. Wally totally needs his own deck. Yes, he does. Green Owl, I can't even pay the local coven or a psychic to clear my house. They refuse. If I live closer, I'd be in their girlfriend. I fear no energy. Seriously. Especially the house I grew up in. I fear no energy. And there was some bad juju going on in the house I grew up in. Hence why I'm not afraid anymore. So yeah, you know, Wally will be definitely in there. And then I want my stuffed animal Floppy Horse in the Oracle deck, just kind of, you know, somewhere in there, almost like, again, find like, where's Waldo, just like Wally. Because that stuffed animal has been with me through some really tough stuff, you know, and at the time I had Presley at my side, and Presley was our old cat. We had Presley, I had that stuffed animal, and went through some really difficult times, and there's just something magical about that particular stuffed animal. Our old cat loved that stuffed animal. He'd sleep with it with his paw around its neck, and he'd cuddle with it. Yeah, and it's really special. It reminds me of Presley as well, and I know that Presley hangs out in this house still. This is still his home. So I know there's a piece of him attached to it, and so having that stuffed animal in there is like having a piece of our old cat in there. And I promised my boyfriend that at least one of the Oracle cards, and I'll have to make sure it's a very special card. Yes, Floppy Horse has the mojo. I'll have to make sure that the card I choose for Presley will have to be a very, very special card, because I believe he was a very, very special cat. And although, you know, yes, Wally is special. I love Wally to death. I don't know, Presley was just different. When you looked at him, it's like you weren't looking at a cat. You were seeing something else, and it was really strange. Yeah. And the fact that we could still hear him in the house, and sometimes I see his reflection in windows, and it's kind of cool. So Presley needs to be in there because I miss Presley a lot. It makes me kind of emotional. Okay. Pixie Dust says, would you be willing to do a collection video of your tarot and oracle cards and an altar tour? I would definitely be able to do an altar tour. Slowly but surely, I am making my way through my tarot and oracle decks. When I do my reviews, like, my goal is to review every single deck that I own eventually. So if you look through I think one of my playlists is deck reviews. That's basically every deck I own, or I have owned if I haven't traded it. So it's like my slow, like, tour through all of my decks. Okay. Sorry, I was just like looking through some of the other comments. You guys are quick with the comments today. Hola, hola. Pixie Dust says, I have 17 and 11 coming in the mail, so I am to review mine too. Okay. And I love watching deck reviews, not because I'm always in like let's buy something mode, but I love just looking at artwork and interpretations, and sometimes just looking at the interpretations of different decks or different artwork helps inspire me with, you know, some of my readings. So that's why I like watching deck reviews. And sometimes I just watch deck reviews because I'm interested in buying a particular deck and I want to see all the cards. Okay. So yeah, so again with the working title, Wally Oracle, I have put a link to it on my website, www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. So if you go to the homepage and you look up in the menu bar, you know, where it says like blog and shop and about me and things like that, it says Oracle Deck. So you click on that. There's a picture of me and Wally that pops up, a little bit of background information about the Oracle deck, and then there's a few bullet points of things you need to do if you're going to be submitting a picture, like submit the picture. Step 1, email it to me. Include your first and last name, the location of the picture, be very specific, because I want to give people a spot in the little guidebook I want to make, you know, where it says like, you know, like let's say, okay, I just saw Cosmic Creeper made a comment. So let's say Cosmic Creeper, you know, it would say her first and last name, where the picture was taken, I don't know, Flower Gardens, I don't know, Surrey, England, you know, United Kingdom, something like that. And I made up Surrey because that's where my old roommate was from. She was from Surrey. And then a brief description, like why you consider it sacred, because, you know, if people are going to be buying the deck, I want them to be able to kind of look and see why is this spot so special to this person, and then maybe they can start tapping into the energy that you guys tap into in that particular spot. So I think that that would be fantastic. You could always remain anonymous if you want to. Just let me know. Just say in the guidebook, I just want to be anonymous, and that's cool too. And then of course I have to have the legal paperwork. So I think I did really good making up a whole like legal document that you guys have to download. It's a it's a document, like a Word doc. So all you have to do is download it and then type in your name, your address, and that you agree to this document. And the document basically says that your photograph becomes mine, it's now copyright, and that you're not going to then sell that or give that same image to somebody else who's creating an Oracle tarot deck that, you know, would compete with mine or something like that, you know, not being shady. And then, you know, that way my legal bases are covered, because I got to think about the legal perspective as well. And that, you know, people haven't just like ripped pictures off the internet. They're stating that these pictures are actually theirs. So yay, I'm so excited. And I figured I would take the last of these pictures beginning of June, you know, so that way that gives people time to take photos. You know, we're almost at April 1st, which is tomorrow, April Fool's Day. And, you know, that gives you guys a couple of months to take pictures, go through pictures that you guys have, and just start submitting them. And, you know, and I'll start kind of sifting through them and seeing, you know, how I can tweak them and put them into an Oracle deck. And then with these live chats, I want to be able to show you guys, like, as I'm working on cards, like, hey, what do you guys think about this card, you know? Yeah. And then it will be our deck. This will be freaking awesome. Okay, so let me scroll back in here. Cosmic Creeper says, that's good to hear. I've been a little hesitant about returning to YouTube to films, reviews, and monthly faves catch-ups. I will go check the Oracle deck info out after this. Very exciting. Yes! Sean says, it was your review that got me to push confirm purchase on the Santa Muerte deck. Oh, Santa Muerte. She is my girl. It's it's a trick that she's buying our souls with her document. I didn't say you had to sign in blood, Sean. God. Unless it's red type. Anyway. Oh, good. New Age Lunatic put the link to Wally's Oracle. Excellent. Alrighty. Just adjust my hair. Okay. Let's see. What else was I going to talk about? Well, let me shut the computer down, because now I think I'm done using it and it's just sucking up juice. Sorry, very conscientious about energy use during the day. Okay, and shut her down. Shut her down. Okay, so yeah. So that is my update on the Wally Oracle. And yes, again, those of you that would like to remain anonymous with your pictures, you know, with the document, of course, you're going to have to sign your name, but, you know, let me know, hey, I want to remain anonymous on this. I don't want people, whatever's, you know, and that's fine. Not going to hurt my feelings or whatever. Okay, New Age Lunatic says, while you're there checking out Wally's Oracle, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter. Yes, I am putting out April's newsletter tomorrow. So make sure if you are subscribed to my newsletter, you will be getting it tomorrow. I think my newsletter was a little deep for the month of April. I went on the deep side. I went into the deep end without floaties, and hopefully you guys enjoy the newsletter for the month of April. Green Owl says, have you ever been gem for Halloween? I was in the 80s when I was a kid. You remember those god-awful costumes that kids wore? Well, in the 80s, it was like maybe late 70s too. It was like the plastic like poncho, and it had a picture of the character that you were supposed to be, and then he had like the goofy mask. Yeah, so I had the gem mask, and I had like the gem poncho that had Gem and the holograms on it. I still have my Gem doll, by the way, and her earrings still blink. There was a button that you press on her back and her earrings flash. And they still work. And I remember getting that on my what year was this? 1987. I got that on my 6th birthday, and it still works. Like, wonder what kind of batteries they got in that poor little doll. That is good tea. Let's see. I was also She-Ra one year for Halloween. She-Ra, I love She-Ra. She-Ra is my girl. She will always be my girl. I think those were the people that sometimes I was Catra, sometimes I was She-Ra. One time I was Gem. Yeah, I've been lots of things for Halloween. There was a whole, like, almost a decade where I was like a vampire or a witch every year for Halloween. Cosmic Creeper says she just signed up for the newsletter. Didn't even realize she had one. Oh, well, I do. Yes, She-Ra is awesome. That's my dad's nickname for me. He calls me She-Ra. And sometimes he calls me his Amazon girl. Not Amazon, because I buy a lot of stuff on Amazon. Amazon because of this, yeah. New Age Lunatic says, OMG She-Ra, yes. By the power of Grayskull, I am She-Ra. Cosmic Creeper says, Tara, you are getting the Crystal Unicorn deck. Intrigued to know if it called to you. It did. Well, right now I'm not quite rocking my abs. I had a lot of Filipino food in the past couple of days, and Filipino food, although delicious, not the best for abs. Yes, I'm showing the gun show. I swear to God, I have permits. I do. Yeah, so let's see. I did, Cosmic Creeper, I signed up for the Unicorn Tarot. Or the, wait, what'd you say? Yeah, the Crystal Unicorn deck on Indiegogo, and I guess I'm not getting it till maybe August. I don't know. What's her name? Last name Chen. I just blanked on the creator's name. Pamela Chen. Yes. She is kind of like getting out as many as she can, but I know it's going to take a while. So patience is a virtue, and I am patiently waiting for my deck. I'm actually patiently waiting for 3 decks. Yes. Cosmic Creeper says she's been on the fence, but she only has like 6 days to decide. And you know, I love me a unicorn. I say go for it, girl. I don't know, just, I mean, it looks like kind of fluffy and girly, but I don't know. I think I can rock those unicorns. I think I could put a little sass into them. And let's see, so I'm waiting on that one. So that's going to be obviously a while, maybe August. I'm waiting on the Moonchild. Yes, the Moonchild Tarot, and I think they said they'll start shipping end of April, I think it was. So I just got about a month maybe to wait. And then the last one is the couples edition that came out for the Rebel deck, and I love the Rebel deck, where it was like no unicorn fluff, just unicorn sass. So yeah, so I'm gonna get that one. So just waiting for those 3. And by the way, you guys, I did a whole clearing of my tarot and oracle collection. I just felt like there was too much stagnant energy in there. I was like, I need to clean this place. So I took out all the jewelry I'm not wearing anymore. I went through my clothing, and I could probably go through my clothing again, but I like to minimize. I don't like too much stuff laying around. I don't like stuff, clutter. Of course, if things are sentimental, I'll hold on to it. But if it was just something I got and it's like, oh, well, I've had it for so long, and I, you know, it served its purpose. It gave me joy when I needed it, and now I must give it to someone else so they might have that joy. I'm sorry, I missed a one from Green Owl. She says, waiting on the Neon Moon Tarot, Our Tarot, the New Choice Tarot de Marseille. Ooh. Sean says, Moonchild and True Black are on his radar at the moment. Yes, those are all good decks. Yes, I just slurped my tea. So I cleared 14 decks, I think it was yesterday. So I have quite the deck pile of decks that I'm either just going to give away, sell, or trade. They're just there. So I'm like, I have a pile going of decks. And then speaking of decks, segue. I wanted to talk about the Frau Grand Duchess Tarot. Cosmic Creeper said, good choices. Star Child is often on her radar. Yes, I love the Star Child Tarot, which is why I'm all excited about the Moonchild. But I've had the Frau Grand Duchess Tarot for a while. I got contacted by the creator, Jen, on Etsy, and she really liked the review that I did of her deck because I love her deck. And so she put the review of it on her website. We got to chit-chatting, and she has sent me a couple of her decks for free so that I can give them away in my giveaway that's coming up. So in a few days, I want to put out my giveaway video because now I have over 800 subscribers, which is blowing my freaking mind balls. And and you know, there are no words, just so because they're, you know, I just want to show my appreciation, and the fact that somebody is giving me their awesome decks for free to give to others through a giveaway is like, wow. Like, who am I, you know? So yeah, so I'm gonna be giving away 2 of these babies in a giveaway, so I'll give you guys all the deets when I upload that video in a few days. Norwegian Tech says, this really interests me a lot more than the Housewives Tarot. Yes, yes. So yeah, so stay tuned for this. And Sapphire Hands is super nice. Hey, what's up? Let's see, what do I got going on around here? Okay, I did a review of the Earth Warriors Oracle. Cosmic Creeper says, grats on hitting 800. Thank you, thank you. And this, so awesome. And I have my card of the day. I think it's already up there. But I didn't even know this was a thing, and I was just kind of looking for Alana Fairchild images on the internet, and I came across these images. I was like, whoa, 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 what deck is this? And you like that it matches my hair. And this has some really powerful energy. I don't know if I would use it for other people, but me and this deck are having some deep connections. This is like deep meditation stuff going on here. Does anyone use Bloodstone? It has been calling, but I'm unsure why. When I was going through some really turbulent stuff, like before my whole, you know, while I was going through trying to figure out what's going on with like my heart, the whole palpitations and everything, Bloodstone really called to me, and I held on to my little piece of Bloodstone like every single day, and I felt that it gave me strength, and that the solution to my issue was going to happen, and it did. And then after that, and I felt more calm about understanding this, excuse me, tea burp, understanding the situation, and feeling more confident in my ability to somewhat control it, my call for Bloodstone went away. So I don't know. So yeah, these are beautiful. And I know that I have my card up there right now, but let's pull you guys a card. And I think in a moment we're gonna have to go downstairs where I'm gonna have to get a snack because people are ravenous. I have missed my snack time. Okay, so a card for you guys. Ooh, Anka. Kin of the Red Hawk tribe. Yes! This card is rocking my socks. So let's see what the guidebook has to say about that for you guys. And I love reading Alana Fairchild's guidebooks. So this is number 39. Okay, on the wings of red-tailed hawk, which I'm followed by red-tailed hawks everywhere, a divine message comes. Your spiritual maturity has evolved into genuine power and discernment. You have earned your stripes. Acknowledgement is granted. Trust yourself and your destiny. You are ready. Trust in your sense of timing, which is excellent and inspired. Allow the divine to support you as you hover until the moment comes for you to fearlessly plunge into your forthcoming adventure. I think that's like a message for me too. So yeah, how about that, you guys? Your message for the day. Okay. Man, I love that deck. Deck makes me sweat too. It's how you know something has a lot of energy. Like, why do I have to be sweaty when it comes to energy? Like, some people get headaches. Some people get other, like an eye twitch or something when they're working heavily with energy. I sweat. I'm like, I don't like that to be my calling card. Okay, when I went up to, as you guys have probably seen my other video where I went to see Tutankhamun's treasures, King Tutankhamun, Tutankhamun, up in Los Angeles, which was a Christmas gift from my boyfriend, Smirk the Sweaty. New Age Lunatics is, yeah, I get the sweats when I read. It's a magical sweat. Okay, yes, magical sweats, people. But yeah, I was so excited to go see King Tutankhamun. I took a lot of pictures. I haven't uploaded them to my computer yet. And then afterwards, we got to go see the Endeavor. The smell of magic, yes. Smells like Teen Spirit, but magic. So yeah, we got to see the Endeavor shuttle, picked up a few things, and then on our way out of the California Science Center in Los Angeles, I picked up a few playing cards, because you guys know I like playing cards. And so I've already shown this in my video, but I got the 3D cat cards. Okay, well maybe I'll just show them real quick. Oh, and the first one I picked looks like Baby Wally. Yes! I love the fact that they're 3D, and I read these types of cards kind of like tarot, kind of like oracle. You know, they're mostly just intuitive. So yeah, yep. I'm really happy to get that one, and that one I think was $9. Lenticular Perfection, yes, perfection. Okay, and then I got the Discover American Wildlife because I am a sucker for animal cards. Ooh, and I love beavers. There's a particular beaver at SeaWorld where now he's just a part of like the animal encounters where people get to go backstage and kind of meet with him, and his name is Peanut, and he is so cute. And Peanut used to come and say hi to me when he was in his exhibit. So yes, there's that one, and each card is different, by the way. And Animals of the World. That exhibit must have been so awesome. I spent nearly all day in the British Museum, just in the Egyptian exhibit. Yes, I could have spent all day in there. Last time they were here was 2005 with that exhibit. and then before that it was 1978. So there's kind of a funny story with that. My sorry, I had it clipped to my hair. In 1978, my boyfriend's mother wanted to go see the King Tut exhibit when it was here in San Diego. She was only like 6 months pregnant with my boyfriend at the time. And he was just a little wee-in her tummy, and she was like, oh well, you know, I have time to go see the King Tut thing because, you know, he's not due for another few months. Well, lo and behold, he was a preemie. He decided to come out on the day that she was supposed to go up to see King Tut. And so fast forward to 2005, King Tut's back in town. His mother had just been diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. And she called him up and said, you are taking me to the King Tut exhibit. And he's like, Mom, you're going through like radiation and chemo right now. Like, she had like an IV that she was carrying around. And she was like, I don't give a good goddamn. She says, you prevented me from going to the exhibit in 1978 because you decided to come into the world early. She says, you are taking me now. She says, like, breast cancer, not hell, not nothing is going to keep me from seeing King Tut. So yeah, she went to go see King Tut. And she lived 10 more years. So yeah, so she had kicked stage 4 breast cancer's butt. She was one strong mama, let me tell you. Strong opinions as well. This very strong Portuguese lady. And so I wanted to go see it in 2005, but Brian and I were friends at the time. Like, we've always been good friends for a really long time. But I was dating a douchebag at the time, and the douchebag would not let me go see the exhibit. I since do not, like, people don't tell me what to do anymore. Like, I have grown out of that little phase of mine. Chance is very cool. Yeah. So I missed it in 05, and that was the last time that they had, like, the mask and the cartouche, or sorry, the sarcophagus. And so when I went this time, I was looking for that, but it wasn't there. You can't break out that word when I drink tea. Yeah, so I was like, oh man, but they're building this like huge brand new museum up in Cairo near the Pyramid of Giza, and they partially are opening it this year, 2018, so they need the sarcophagus and the mask there to kind of start bringing in tourists and visitors and things like that, as they start to open more sections of their museum. So I'm like, well, we're just gonna have to go to Egypt someday because yes, yeah, I've always wanted to go to Egypt. A little hostile right now there, so I'm just gonna wait till it calms down a little bit, and then we'll go over and we'll go see the pyramids, and it'll probably for me be feeling like I'm going home, you know. Yeah, I've always wanted to go. Okay, so oh, one more thing. My book that I got. I don't know if you guys watch Anna Alcana, her channel. She's not like a woo-woo type person. She's more like a comedian, but she has a lot of cats. So I like watching her channel. Cosmic Creeper says, yes, Nile Cruise is awesome as you can stop off at everything each day along the way. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. I don't know. I just feel like I belong there. Like, not to live in Egypt, but you know, part of me is just like, you belong there. But anyway, I was watching Anna Akana's channel. Definitely go check out her channel. She's like hilarious. And she mentioned a book that she's really liked, and it's called Come As You Are, by Emily Nagoski, PhD. And it's about your mysterious lady parts. So yeah, I'm really like anxious to dive into this because I really don't have, except for a couple of like witchy books that are all about the divine feminine and things like that, I don't have any like sexuality books or, you know, lady parts books. Like I don't have any of that, and I think that I shy away from it a little bit, and so I'm like, you know what, it's time for, you know, I mean, it basically lives with me, so should probably get to learning about it a little bit more. So yeah, so I will let you know how this book goes. He says it's a location on Sean's location on his bucket list is Egypt. Awesome. Pegapastian on YouTube recently did a huge tour of Egypt. It's worth a watch. Pegapastian. Yes, I will go check that out. Faux show. Wait, hold on. Something here. Okay, sorry. There was a little update there. Okay. Oh. And my fave thing that I picked up at the exhibit is the Eye of Horus. Because as you guys know, Horus is like one of my main dudes that I work with, and and I know that he's not a hawk, but whenever I see those red-tailed hawks, whenever I'm thinking about a certain thing, I'll see one, or I am looking for some guidance, and I'll see one of those red-tailed hawks, or sometimes a Cooper's hawk. I know that it's my guide Horus, so yeah, I work with him. Pegapastian. Wait. Pegyptian? Interesting. I will definitely go look up that channel for sure. Okay, I think that's all that I have right here. And now you guys are gonna have to go with me into the kitchen because I need a snack. And oh, by the way, my crystal for the month of April and for right now, or my stone, which is nephrite jade in the shape of an egg, of course. Sean says, knows the time on her show when she walks like an Egyptian. Yes! Actually, you know, that's kind of a running joke in my family because of our last name. My last name is Egypto. There are a lot of people in the Philippines that have that same last name, but it comes from the whole like conquest of the Spaniards, and the Egypto is very common in Spain as well, as my dad found out when he went there. But you know, in Spanish it would be Egipto. In Tagalog it's just Egipto. So Americanized it's Egypto. So yeah. So we'd at our house we'd always say walk like an Egypto. So my dad and I be walking around the house, we're like walk like an Egypto. But yeah, Egypto translated is Egypt, or Egipto is the Spanish name for Egypt. And later on, what I thought was kind of cool is because, you know, Terra, my first name, which is the good earth or land, put it together, it's the land of Egypt. And I was like, I think my parents did that by accident, but kind of cool anyway. Okay, so to the kitchen after I have a little bit more tea. Okay, ready for a tour to the kitchen. Okay, so let me flip you guys around so you're not just staring at my mug the whole time. There we go. Guess what, guys? It's laundry day. Okay. Oh, that was a picture I took of the Endeavour space shuttle before. First time we went there. Since I was talking about the space shuttle before. Okay. I'm gonna need some raspberries. Ouch, careful. Stop banging this. Sorry. Okay. Okay, this background. Okay, I'm gonna have a quick snack, you guys. Sorry, I'm resetting you guys down. Okay. Some reason, I don't know, all the energy coming in from this live chat is kind of really suck in my energy. And so when I feel like there's a massive amount of energy being used, I get really hungry and I get really sweaty. And I'm sweaty right now. I'm so glad I wear tank tops. Green Owl says, Lordy, we'd hate for you to faint. Yeah. Oh gosh, wouldn't that be some sort of live chat? And then she fainted halfway through her live chat. Snack time, then nap time. Yeah, you guys just get to watch me sleep. My favorite Tillamoos. Maybe I should walk off screen because I realize you guys are just watching me eat. I should really have you guys watching Wally right now. He's sleeping though. I'm sorry, I'll try to eat quickly. Well, while I'm just munching away, what do you guys eat for snack time? My go-to snack is rabbits? No, I don't eat rabbit, that's gross. Is raspberries and cheese. Wally TV, yeah. Actually, I'm confused. Wait, I'll be right back. Okay. Almost done, you guys. Pickles and cheese rocks. Ooh, Green Owl has pickles and cheese. I love pickles. Ali says anything with cheese. Okay, so we're all in the cheese boat here. And I like that the raspberries are in season because look how freaking big they are. Yes, cheese is our friend. My grandmother used to make cheese. There was a few cows kind of on either side of her property and horses and things like that. And so they would give her some of the milk that from milking their cows, and she would find a way to like have like make cheese and make milk for drinking and like make like butters and, you know, milk fats and things like that. Milk fats is butter. But yeah, so that was really cool. I remember that. Like those were like my favorite times growing up, was all like the farm stuff and collecting eggs in the morning from all the chickens because I had so many chickens. And when a chicken would pass away, we'd have chicken for dinner. But they never killed any of their chickens. And then all the eggs, because we'd eat a lot of egg, I would go searching the whole property, and they had like it was 1.5 acres of property, or maybe it was a couple acres. It was a big ass property. And I'd go search out the eggs, and for me, I would say that every day I was going on an Easter hunt, and that I always said that my grandmother had Easter chickens because all the eggs were different colored. Like there'd be light pink eggs, there'd kind of be yellowish eggs, there'd be spreckled eggs. There were some that were kind of like a bluish gray. So I always said my grandma had Easter chickens and they would lay Easter eggs. Allie says they had fresh eggs from a friend's farm this morning with bacon, of course, and toast. Ooh, fresh eggs is good. There is a chicken farm not too far from me in a city called Santee. That's like a city right next to us. And it's called Hilliker's Chickens, Hilliker's Eggs. And so you can go buy farm fresh eggs over there. And I like it because sometimes you can get double yolkers in those eggs because they're not like weeded out or anything. I mean, it's just like literally fresh from the chicken butt, you know, that day. You could buy chickens off of them because they have so many chickens. You can buy like some of the manure. I think they told me for $1 I could grab as much manure as I wanted for my garden. So that was stinky but cool, you know. And they have like other things. They have like goats. They have an ostrich, so if you want to buy an ostrich egg, you know, if it's not going to turn into a baby ostrich and they find out it's not been fertilized or anything, they'll sell the egg. So I think it's like $20 for the ostrich egg. That's like, you know. So my boyfriend's been very tempted for $20 to try to make an ostrich egg omelet, and I was like, I don't think ostrich egg is very good. Almost done, you guys, I swear. It's just really good raspberries. Okay. Not gonna die now. They are the Driscoll's raspberries. Costco special. They're so huge too. Okay, gotta put this back in the fridge. Okay, back to the bat cave. Okay. Oh, and by the way, my boyfriend got me flowers yesterday. It's got a little egg in them. Oh, they look good. Once I start with raspberries, I can't stop. Yeah, that's why I had to put them away, because otherwise I'm gonna eat the whole thing. My boyfriend is not a flowers kind of guy, and this is like twice in 1 year I have gotten flowers, you know. So I got flowers on Valentine's Day, I got flowers yesterday. I was like, whoa, 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 what's happening? I'm like, is the has the earth stopped spinning? What's going on? Okay. So yeah, he's very sweet. He may be leaving car parts in my living room, but he's very sweet. He makes dinner, he makes breakfast. He always makes sure that I'm, you know, well fed. He's always buying me little like treats or coming home with treats. So I know that I'm very spoiled. And I know that I complain about him sometimes because I'm like, why are you so messy? Why can't you just pick your clothes up and put them in the hamper? Don't put them next to the hamper. Hola, Wally. Hey, baby. Everybody wants to say hello. Allie says I have to put flowers up high too. My cat will eat them if I don't. Hence why I can't keep any plants with this cat. Yes, all my plants are outside. The flowers are on top of the fridge where he can't go. Because yes, otherwise he will eat them. Wally, eating my flowers. He said, don't care, Mom. New Age Lunatic says hi. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Laying in the tinted sun. Yeah. That's what real pumas do in the wild. Yeah. Cosmic Creeper says you're too adorable. He's like, I know. He's like, I'm just trying to chill in the sun, Mom. Let me be. All right, all right. Okay, I'm gonna take my tea and, hold on, put you guys down for a moment. Oh, hey, check out our blue skies. I'll put you guys down for a moment, and then we'll go off into the other room now that I feel energized again. And let's see. I'm just making sure I have everything with me. So in case like the battery drains, I have my battery pack with me. And I have my tea. All right. God, I hope none of you guys get seasick. I'm trying to be as stable as possible so none of you guys barf while I'm live chatting. Okay. So yes, we still have a hole in the wall from the butthole that was at our house putting holes in our wall. And then all my spread cloths. I don't want to have to like re-iron them, so I just keep them laid flat on, sort of laid out on my boxes of crates of herbs. So to make all my teas and all my magical stuffs and salves and things like that. So yeah, okay. Turn you guys around here. Okay, we're back. Alrighty. Okay. We're back. I'm fed. We're good to go. Okay. What else was on the agenda to talk about today? Yes, that clearing that I did for that couple. Okay, so like, okay, how we met this couple, by the way, my boyfriend owns a window tinting business, like for residential and commercial, not for vehicles. And so he tinted their house. It was a brand new house. Like it's literally a brand new house. Like they're still building homes around them. It's like a full like housing development. Really nice couple. He hit it off with them, and we ended up like hanging out. We all went to dinner, and then they were like, hey, come to our housewarming party. So we went to their housewarming party. I slayed an energy dragon. I ate good food. And then we have promised to like go hiking, someday. So, and we've still kind of been texting back and forth because I've asked them, how the house is doing since the energy clearing. And like I've said in some of the comments about my video that I did about, energetically clearing their home, where there was so much that happened. I forgot a lot of stuff in my video. And I tried to mention, I think what I forgot, I put it in my newsletter. So that's why I said the newsletter was like pretty deep. So yeah, those of you that are signed up for that newsletter will kind of read about it tomorrow, but I'll tell you guys some of it today. So, when I was done with the energy clearing, which by the way, I talked about before, I thought that I wasn't the right person for the job. I'm like, I just wanted to kind of fill out the hot spots in the house, for the couple. And I was like, oh, hey, this needs to be cleared. This needs to be cleared, but it seems kind of intense. So, I know a person that you could, contact. He's really good. Like he cleared our home, and now it's just like maintenance, because we can't close our portal, or we have a couple of them, but we have one main portal, which is in the master closet. I can't close it down, but stuff comes through from time to time, but I know how to deal with it. And so I was like, yeah, just give him a call. And then it was just like this whole thing of like not being able to, pull up his information, not being able to send it to her phone, and then just all this thing had popped up, and it was not fun. And and this guide I'd never worked with before had popped up, and it was basically saying, you need to be the one to clear this house. And I'm like, but I don't know how. Like I know how to clear my own home, but I'm basically doing maintenance for somebody that already like did a massive clearing of my home. And so that was just all like going off intuition and basically getting possessed by a past life, sort of, not really possessed, but where a past life had stepped in, and I felt like we were connected through my heart chakra, where like this person is moving and the body's moving like from my center, from here. And so that's kind of how we cleared the house, and it was intense. And when the clearing was over, I was talking to that being that was helping me the whole time. Like she came across as a Native American, but sometimes showed herself to be Ama, showed herself to be just an energy, like a feminine energy. And she was telling me that, as a, cause it does. Yeah, Sean, it was really intense. Like, there was so much going on. Like I could see all timelines. Like I could see everything going forwards and backwards, like somebody pressing rewind and fast forward. And I could see just timelines, different eras going back and forth, going back when there was just nothingness to civilizations, and being able to see the earth as just you know, it, like their house had disappeared in my eyes, and I was just standing on the earth where all I could see was like galaxy above me and galaxy below me, and I could see the earth as the energy and all the lines on the earth. It was all these green lines, and you could see like almost like little arrows, like the direction of the flow of this energy, and that you could tap into this energy, and that you could send certain things back into this energy. Yeah, like ley lines. But there were so many of them. It was all over the world. And I'm tripping out. I'm in their kitchen, by the way. And I kept apologizing, kept saying, you know, I know that you don't know me that well, and here I am like tripping out freaking in your kitchen. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to help you. But yeah, so afterwards I'm talking to this feminine energy, and she's telling me that as a healer, because, you know, I like helping people, I like healing people. She says the role of a healer is not just to heal the human body or to heal an animal's body or something like that. She goes, the role of the healer is to heal the earth. But it's also not like a battle where you think that you are fighting, you know, darkness, or you're fighting evil. She says like there is this balance that we need to have. So she says that thing that you sent away, you know, this energy dragon, don't consider it bad or evil or dark or not meant to be here. She goes, it wasn't meant to be on this plane. Yes, you know, it was doing something it wasn't supposed to, but she was like, it serves a purpose though. You know, its purpose is to serve the other half of the balance. You know, healers are the other half of the balance. And so saying that, you know, healers are just here to keep the balance, you know, so there isn't some sort of battle between light and dark or evil and good. It's just to maintain balance, because you can't have like all good, all light, because then everything is out of whack. Whereas, you know, if it were the opposite, it would be out of whack as well. So, you know, there needs to be this balance between the two. And so they're saying they serve a purpose just like you serve a purpose. Bella Lacroix, yes, it says it's just energy. You know, that it's nothing is bad or good, you know, just like me. They're not saying that I'm bad or good. And what's up, Bella? That it's just, you're just maintaining an energetic balance. Yes. Do you mean that evil is perception? That's kind of what I was getting, you know, from this person. And the information, by the way, it seemed like we were having a conversation for like 2 hours. This probably happened in like 2 minutes. You know, this whole conversation of just like download, 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 and me going like, what? You know, that seeing something as evil or bad is kind of a human construct. Just how we perceive things as human beings. And I don't know, this was a lot for me to take in. You know, because I obviously, as a human being, I do see certain things as being bad and certain things as being good or unfair or fair, you know. And so it's just something I've been pondering since then. You know, it's a lot to take in, a lot to think about, you know. And so you know, this person, this being was, you know, your job here on earth is just to help maintain an energetic balance. You know, as a healer, you help to keep the earth's balance. You help keep the balance of people's bodies and things like that. Dark and light is balance. You need both. Yes, Sean. And that's kind of what they were trying to get across to me. And then, you know, and then putting certain things into terms I would understand, where this woman was like, let's see, Greenhouse says, I've had energy that has conveyed to a psychic that they killed my dog because my dog was able to see it. That's interesting. Yeah, see, there's so much here to ponder about this. You know, this isn't something that I could probably just tell you guys all the answers in like one live chat, because I don't have the answers. This is just stuff that like I'm pondering, and just like telling you like what happened. So yeah, this woman, poof, answers, poof, yeah, where are the answers? Come on. yeah, it was just like, you know, she was saying, you've always wanted to be able to fully see, fully feel, fully hear everything. She's like, you know, you already are open as a healer. You know, you have all the clairs basically, you know, and I know I work with all of them. You know, my main one is just my clairvoyance, but of course, you know, I incorporate my clairaudience, my clairsentience, claircognizance. Sometimes I smell things, you know, and I use all of that. And she says, but it's like you've always wanted more. You've always wanted to dive in more. She says, well, consider this Peter Parker being bit by a radioactive spider. She says, this event is your radioactive spider. She says, from now on, she says, you'll be able to see everything, feel everything, hear everything, but this is just a beginning. She goes, this doesn't make me more special than anybody else. This is just me and my journey. You know, it's just my journey, you know. And so she's like, you know, and with this, you'll be able to do things that, you know, where you can help people a little bit more, you can help the earth a little bit more, you can help energy, you know, a little bit more, and you'll go through some more tests like this. But I got the like thumbs up that, hey, I passed the test, you know. And so I was like pretty stoked about that. And the fact that all my relatives had showed up was so freaking cool. And my relatives stayed with me until I walked out the door, and then they kind of disappeared. But I could feel both my grandmothers there. I could feel my grandfather there. Just like I can feel them now. Every time I talk about this event, I feel my grandparents, and you know, I've lost a couple of friends very young. I feel them with me too. Like, gosh, this event I know was major, and I can't stop talking about it. It's like I got to tell as many people as possible. And so every time I talk about it, they show up seeking words. But wow, yeah. So, and my grandfather, for the most part, he's the one that's been hanging around in my house lately. Thank you, Rico. Okay, so sorry, I have to go back and look at some people's. Okay, Bella says, you do have the answers. You just go within and ask to understand it in human terms. Kind of like when they were talking to me about Spider-Man, like in terms I would understand. Bella says, get ready for a ride. Bella, I need to sit down and actually start typing out my email to you so that we can chit chat back and forth, because yes, we need to talk about this. Thundercats CX. Yeah, Bella, so I'm definitely gonna email you. So yeah, so that's my big crazy journey so far. Oh, so I was gonna give you the update, what the people said. Oh yeah, so I had texted the wife of the house, and I was like, hey, how's everything going on since the clearing? And she was like, oh my God, she sent me like a chapter's worth of information when she texted me back. And she said that that the house has been like that whatever energy thing that was kind of sucking the energy, like literally sucking the power from their house, where their electric bill was going up. Like that seems to have gone down, which is good. You know, so that thing's gone. She says, but now since there are these obviously 2 open portals and you can't close them really. And I told her, keep things, you know, you could play the ohms, you could, you know, sing show tunes, just keep everything high vibe. I told her sage things, but she says that she's had many a sleepless nights because now there's all these curious spirits coming out of the portals. Very curious about what happened. And she says, they think that I'm you. She says that she's felt my spirit energy in her home, where she says, because she's very sensitive herself, she says, I can feel you going around and checking on things and making sure that nothing is messing with us. She says, like, I can feel you at night doing your rounds. She goes, like, maintaining the portal and things like that. And she says, and I get these like curious spirits, not scary or anything, but kind of like tugging on her hand at night, like, hey, wake up, you know, they want to talk. And she's like, and I'm so tired, and they're not giving me much sleep, and they all think that I can heal them, and they all think that, you know, I can save them. if she has a fear, it's going to draw them to her. That's what I told her, because she's kind of scared of these things too. And I said, you can't you can't be scared. They sense fear, you know. So and some things feed off of fear, because fear has an energy. All of our emotions have energy to it, you know, and it just vibrates at different frequencies. And whatever frequency that emotion, or at least this is my belief, whatever frequency that emotion is vibrating at attracts an equal you know, type frequency. So, you know, fear, obviously I see that as very like low frequency, and so you're going to attract those lower frequencies, which is why I said play show tunes, you know, bring laughter into the homes, things like that. Same location as the younger boy from a while back. No, this place, this is I've never gone to their home before, so this was new. Yeah, so just stuff I'm working with. So the wife's saying that she's trying to figure out a way to make these curious spirits go away. She's like, you know, I'm trying to kind of send them your direction. I'm like, thanks. She's like, because they think that, she says, like, I'm the healer. They think that I'm the one that can, you know, get their messages. And I'm like, hey, she's all, she's like, I'm not the girl that did whatever, you know, happened in my home. That girl lives in Spring Valley. Like, I'm wrong girl. Oh, hold on. Phone's going into low power mode. That's why I got this. Yes. Ha. Ha. I come prepared. I come prepared for energy drains when I talk about this subject. Just making sure it's all plugged in properly. We're a go. Houston, we are a go. So yeah, so she had her sister and I believe her mom come in and do, is there Filipino, kind of do like a Filipino chant or whatever to kind of try and clear the area. She says it's calmed down a little bit, but she's like, she says she just feels energetically drained, and I'm like, So I was like, you know, she says, but at least the creepy feelings are gone, and that whatever was there that seemed like it wanted to harm her and her husband Jacob, like, just is gone. So I'm glad I took care of that. Bella says, you can close portals in homes. It's when it's of the land you can't. Yeah, so the the portals, like the two portals I have here, I have one at the top of the stairs and one in the master closet. I believe that the portals connected to our hill, because this is a very massive hill. It's a hill that, you know, I live in Spring Valley. It had the natural springs here, and so this hill was a vantage point for the Native Americans in our area, and it overlooked, you know, any invasions or intruders. It had a water source, had vegetation. So this was like prime real estate for Native Americans in our area, and it's prime real estate for a lot of animals and things like that. So this hill, the very soil and rocks itself has a lot of energy. I just happen to have a house that's right on top of it. Other people that live on this hill that don't necessarily believe in such metaphysical things, they or spiritual things, they also claim that there's odd things that happen in their homes, and they also claim that yes, there's a particular energy to this hill. They will admit to that. So yeah, and I can't close these portals down. Like I've tried. My friend that cleared our home, he tried, and he was like, yeah, this is not like a house portal. This is a hill portal. This has been here for quite some time, and he believes that because we have kind of like this spiritual, it's a spirit, a medicine man that lives on this hill, and you can actually call on him for help, and he does help maintain my home. And it seems like my home is the beacon, and so he comes here sometimes to help maintain that portal. It seems like that was his job, was to work with the energies on this hill when he was alive. Bella says, yeah, but what about her house? Okay, so her house, it's a brand new house. So there's still like building some of the, I think her row of houses is complete, but they're still building houses behind her and everything. They live in Chula Vista, kind of close to the Bonita area, which is a really nice area of Chula Vista, which is down south. And a lot of healers I know have talked about Chula Vista, which is where I grew up, being a very, very turbulent in terms of energy. It's a very dark, energetic place. It's a very sad place. There's a lot of sorrow, depression, and sadness, and a lot of the people tend to pick up on that. So although it's beautiful, I believe Chula Vista is beautiful, there is this tinge of sadness and air on the land. It's a place that, you know, Dr. Wang, you know, you guys know my Chinese mom, my acupuncturist, will take me down there and we'll try to do healings for Chula Vista, like just the land itself. And so I think a lot of those portals pop up from that particular land. It needs a lot of healing, and I know I can't be the only one to do it. We need like everyone. Everyone in Chula Vista needs to work on that area. I don't know why it's so sad. I mean, I know that there were, like the Mexican-American War was right there. I know that there were a couple of pretty big battles that were right there, like the fight for California was there, right there in Chula Vista, San Ysidro. So, but I think this precedes like all of that. Okay, New Age Lunatic. I've had more trouble in new houses than old houses and old public places. Yeah, that's always interesting, you know, because sometimes people always assume that if something spiritual or ghosty or something is going to happen, it's going to be in an old place, or it's going to be a place with a lot of history, which, yes, sometimes, you know, places that have a lot of history and a lot of, you know, energy has passed through it, some stuff is going to stick around, you know. And again, this is all my opinion, by the way. I'm not preaching like I know the world, okay? Just FYI. This is all opinion. You know, that new places, because of the land that they're built on, can absorb some of the energy of the land. So I don't necessarily believe, you know, a house has to be old, you know, in order to have something going on. So yeah, because my boyfriend's first thing when we moved in here, and there was so much going on in this house before we actually like got a handle of things, he was like, man, did somebody die in this house? He thought there had to be like some sort of death or something, and I was like, no. And we even talked to our neighbor who remembers our house getting built in 1978, coincidentally the year my boyfriend was born. And he's like, no, I've known all the owners, like nobody died. Like, I think we are the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, we are the 4th owners of this house. He said the first owners was a young couple, husband and wife. They had a child, a little girl. Once she got a little bit older, they moved out. Second family moved in was a Middle Eastern family. Did a bunch of improvements to the house, went bankrupt, and the house got foreclosed on. So then they moved out. Next people to move in was the people before us, was 2 corrections officers. Everybody said they were a little odd, kind of kept to themselves. They kind of boarded everything up in here and didn't want light coming in or people to see anything, let the house fall into disarray. And then because property values were going up after destroying the home, they sold it for, what was it, $100,000 more than they'd bought it the year before. So that's the history of our home. Had kind of some weird people there just before we came in. Probably have to heat up the tea soon. Oh wow, we've been doing this live chat for a really long time. I'm sorry, you guys, if I've been like chatting away and boring you guys when I get on like 10. It's been like 2 hours. I'm sorry. Well, hey then, let's maybe there's only 8 people in here. Maybe I'll just pull a little card for you guys, do a little, you're totally not boring. Thank you, Allie. Maybe I'll just pull a little card for each of you guys. If you want me to, just let me know if you want a general reading, and then we'll wrap this up so that way you guys can have your Saturday and all of that. And if the sun decides to come out today, because I think the overcastness from the ocean came back over again. Thanks, New Age Lunatic. Then I can enjoy some sunshine. Yes. Thank you, Bella. Sean likes story time. Yes. Okay. So, well, before I pull a card, you guys have any like questions for me or anything? Oh, which by the way, okay, so now when I'm, you know, doing a scan on somebody and I want to give them like an energetic healing, like I was trying to do for the wife of the house whose house I cleared, she had a problem with her shoulder here. Well, after doing her energy healing, her shoulder issue immediately went away, but then I absorbed it. But then Wally took care of it, so hey! So I need to figure out how not to transfer, like I'm trying to put up like shields, but not so many shields that I can't get my healing across. So that I'm working on, trying to figure that out. How not to absorb the person's energy, but maybe send it somewhere else, you know. Whatever I'm trying to heal. But anyway, as I was doing her body scan, I could see, it was like looking at an x-ray. I've never seen bodies like that before, where you're like literally looking through their body, and I could see old injuries on the ribs, old injuries on the right triceps brachii, you know, and I could see, you know, the what looked like a little portal on her shoulder where energy was attaching to her, and she hadn't like closed it down so that, you know, and protected herself so that it couldn't grab hold. And she said that she could feel me scanning her, and I wasn't touching her or anything. I just, you know, I always just kind of sit in meditation and I do like a mental scan. And then I did, you know, one of her husband after I got his permission, and he immediately shut me out because he's got a little bit of depression issues over the death of his brother, so he's not wanting to heal anything right now. So, you know, and that was is pretty recent, so I got like the leave me alone, you get out of there, and I'm like, okay, backing off. So yeah, after that, now when I'm trying to tap into people's energy, and I could do it much more easily now, and I could see things more clearly of what's going on in people's bodies. Like I can see it like I'm doing a CT scan or an x-ray. You know, it's pretty fascinating. And now I'm just trying to figure out, okay, so now I can see it. So how can I best help somebody? How can I tap into that energy that I saw, those green lines in the earth? How can I use that now to heal them? How can I manipulate energy? So now my fascination is, you know, what we consider to be magic. I'm like, it's real. Like if everything is energy and we are energy, we can manipulate energy. Bella says she's going to email me. Yes. I'm like, I can manipulate energy. So that's what I'm working on, is how can I manipulate it to my benefit so that I can help heal the earth itself and help heal people. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, without having it backfire on me where I absorb illnesses or I absorb cramps and things like that. So that maybe is something we should continue in a next live chat, because I find that to be very fascinating. Manipulation of energy. Okay, let me find a deck for you guys. And let's start pulling a card. So just let me know in the comments as they scroll by if you would like a general reading, and I would love to pull a card for you guys. And then I'm going to try to do a different type of energy healing where I'm going to use what I've learned to give you guys a little energy healing at the end. If you want. If you don't want it, that's fine. You can log off and that's cool. Okay. Cosmic Creeper says, how fascinating. Yes, absorbing will tire you out. Thankful for Wally's paw magic. Yes. So New Age Lunatic girlfriend, if you don't mind keeping a list of the people that would like a reading, I would be much much appreciative, as I am always appreciative of your help. And I saw that you had deleted some weirdos in the group, so that's cool too. Okay, so one more sip of tea. I'm just feeling something right now. Okay, so there was thanks, New Age Lunatic. There was something else when I did the house clearing and I was talking to that Native American woman and she was talking about my heart, you know, and I see my PVCs, my palpitations, as a defect, as something wrong. And she says, no, that's not wrong. That's your bat signal, basically, you know, again, putting it in terms I understand. She says, when there's energy to be cleared or healed, or when it's time for you to get to work, you'll feel a thump to the chest, you know, a little palpitation. She goes, it's when you worry and freak out that, you know, things get out of hand. She says, but it's there for a reason. She says, we gave you that. It's more like, you know, your ability to feel the knock at the door of you need to do something than something being wrong with you. She goes, it's something right with you, so not something wrong with you. And I was like, that's a positive spin. Because when I was, you know, walking around that couple's home, I could start to feel like a couple of palpitations, and I hadn't had them all week. I'd been like really good about not getting them, and I was like, what's going on? And so it seemed like whatever was there kept kicking me in the heart, like, hey, you know, like I could really do something, like leave me alone. You don't live here. You know, this is my place. And I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't mess with my heart, bro. You know, and then when I got down to business and I was doing this thing, yes, there was a lot of energy that was flowing through me. It wasn't affecting my heart in any way, but when it was trying to fight back, I could feel it kicking me in the hearts, which was very interesting. Bella says, yes, have you tried talking to this woman guide again? I'm trying to process what she said first before I talk to her again, because I feel like she's really powerful. Sean says, so like a defense mechanism. Kinda. Yeah. So Bella says she's my teacher. She probably is. She was the one that was guiding me through it. Tell me about your Zoes says, skipping a comment. What was the comment? Oh, is my hair real? No, it is not. Just like army activated. Okay. She wasn't letting any other energy help, like not letting them help me. Like it was something I had to do all by myself. Yeah, and it was like, no, you need to do this by yourself. Like, we can't help you. Like, we can, but we want you to do. And it was like, you know, like a teacher would do. Like, you got to do this on your own. We can't do everything for you, you know. So she probably is my teacher, and it'd be nice to have a name for her. I mean, she kept showing herself as different things, like a Native American woman, as Amma, as just a feminine energy, as Lakshmi, as, you know, all this. So, yeah. Okay, finding you guys a deck. Ow. But anyway, while I was finding, or going to find you guys a deck, I had felt that little thump to my heart that something was off, that something needed healing. So I will do that. No, my goodness. Okay. Let's use the Star Child Tarot today. I'm feeling very etheric. Whew. I'm feeling really dizzy. Okay, I ate. I'm hydrated. There's some heavy energy in this room. Not heavy as in bad, by the way, just heavy. Sean says, wow, all this time I thought that cloth was back to a chair. This is a bookcase, Sean. This is what's underneath her skirt. Okay. And there must be a lot of energy because there's we've had a couple of trolls, I think, on this channel today. That's unusual. Okay. Thank you, New Age Lunatic. If you could just keep an eye. It seems like they're using a bunch of different channels for whatever. It's probably a 9-year-old kid. I'm like, why are the trolls coming in today? Okay. Okay, New Age Lunatic, who was first? And now, yeah, now you have like all these, there we go. Oh, wow. New Age Lunatic, you're having to bring down the hammer today. Okay. So I'm going to scroll through and see who was first. Okay, Allie, I think, was first. Okay, Allie. I'm probably going to have to keep the readings a little short. Whew, there's a lot of energy in here. Make me a little out of breath. Whew, okay. Okay, okay, I'm going to ground myself. Just a second. Find a grounding stone. There we go. Okay, so yes, I will get to Allie, but Allie, let me ground really quick because I'm being hit by so much energy right now that I'm a little dizzy. Oh wow, that guide showed up again. I'm feeling the little thumpy thumps. Okay, okay. I'm gonna leave this with me. Okay. And this is an awesome piece of petrified wood, by the way. All right, Allie. Okay, Allie, I was seeing, and I always like to let you guys know what I see before I pull a card, the Dove of Peace. So like with the little olive branch in its mouth. So something about peace. Let's see what card I pull. Okay, so here we have oppression, and things are a little bit different in this deck in terms of wording and interpretation. So I read the Star Child Tarot, which by the way is this. Whew, I just feel like my energy just totally changed. I read the Star Child Tarot is kind of tarot, kind of oracle, kind of like I read my playing cards. So when I saw the the white dove, like the Dove of Peace, like with the olive branch, and I see this oppression, it feels like there is this weight possibly that is on your shoulders right now. It may not be like an issue you are personally having. Bella asks if I'm feeling a little bit better now. I am. I'm starting to lighten up a little bit. But it could seem like you're taking on maybe somebody else's problems, or you're taking on the problem of the situation, or maybe it just feels really close to you, so you feel like it's your problem. And so like this Dove of Peace coming in to let you know that there's eventually going to be a solution to that problem, and to also give yourself a little bit of space. You know, I hear peace and space. Space from the situation so that it doesn't drain you, kind of like I'm being drained. So just to kind of remove yourself a little bit. So whether this is something that, again, is personally going on with you, this situation, or a situation you've put yourself in because you feel like it's like your duty to, you know, handle it. The dove is just like saying, you know, there will be peace, you know, to the situation soon, but just to remove yourself a little from it. Not to say that you shouldn't care, but just to remove yourself a little. So, Allie, I hope that makes sense. Okay, Miss New Age Lunatic, who was next? More tea. Oh, yay, I'm so glad. Good, good. Okay. A lot of spirit energy in here right now. Like, spirit's connected to you guys. Like, people just like coming through, hey, I got a message, since you're all like beacons open. I'm like, whoa. I don't have anyone else on my list for a card after Sean. If anyone wants a quick card, please let me know. Okay, so Sean is next. Sean, what do I see? Okay, Sean, this was funny for you, and I'm not saying this is like what you do or have done, but I almost saw you at the window of a drive-through looking bored out of your mind saying, can I take your order? Like, and I'm pretty sure like maybe you have never been a drive-through person like for fast food, but it was just an interesting way to see you. Like, just bored to tears, just, can I take your order? Just thought I'd throw that out there. Okay, what do we got for Sean? Oh, okay. Okay, so this is kind of like the Judgment card. This is awakening. And here you see this girl's crown chakra opening up to the cosmos and all sorts of magic happening around her, even though she's surrounded by these hills. And so, Sean, what I'm getting for you, if I work that in conjunction with the whole fast food being bored to tears thing, can I get your order, is that there are new avenues for you to pursue, perhaps career-wise, or just like side jobs, things that you want to do on the side, because it feels like you're a little bored with the day-to-day, you know, what is being asked of you perhaps at your current job, or just asked of you in general right now, and you feel like you know, that everything that's being done is like being done for somebody else, and that there's real no personal gain for you. It's like can I take your order? That whole like, I'm bored to tears, like, how, you know, what else can I do for this person? Not in a sense that we shouldn't help people. This is a different sense, like you're just serving somebody, or at least you feel like you're serving somebody and they're gaining something from it. Not that you're trying to heal somebody. I see that as separate. And you're being bored to tears because you want to finally be able to do something that serves you, you know, that helps you out and, you know, brings you joy. And it seems like that there are some paths, or at least some opportunities opening up for you to maybe perhaps pursue some of those things that bring you more joy. So, Sean, let me know if that resonates with you. Okay, and then I think Cosmic Creeper, you were the third one. Okay, Cosmic Creeper, what am I getting? He says, okay, cool, that makes sense. Thanks so much. By the way, you want fries with that? Can I get it supersized? Okay. Cosmic Creeper. Okay, Cosmic Creeper. I'm feeling your emotions. Like I tapped into you real quick, and I almost started crying. Not that you're sad right now, but I was kind of seeing like the bouquet of flowers that my boyfriend had got me. I was seeing a bouquet, but it was coming out of you, out of your root chakra. And it was like it was growing from you, and that you had, yeah, this Cosmic Creeper. You had grabbed the bouquet of flowers and you had started crying, but with joy. Like your body was giving you this bouquet coming from the root chakra. So that's interesting. Let's dive into that. Very unusual imagery, but also kind of cool. Okay. So you got the Starseed card, and this is a card that is just like for this deck. Like they threw this particular card in for this deck. It's not actually part of the, well, it is part of the Major Arcana. It's the 0. It would be the Fool card, but you know, it's been renamed, and I see it a lot differently than the Fool card. And the fact that it says Star Seed, and I see seed as growth, and the fact that I saw the bouquet of flowers like growing from your root chakra, almost near where your lady parts are, that there was something good that was occurring, or something that is finally healing, and it's like this explosion behind her of like, thank God. So whatever you have going on down in your root chakra, or some issues with, maybe some actual issues with the mysterious lady parts, that there will be some sort of healing process that's going on with that, and like a wave of relief. So I'm getting a feeling that there is a wave of relief coming to you very soon. Your body's been trying very hard to heal certain things, and I think that this is one aspect where a healing will be coming soon. I'm not saying everything, but you know, a big chunk of it. And that's like the flowers, the bouquet. Your body is gifting you this relief. So, whew, Cosmic Creeper, let me know if that makes sense. But, whew, I'm getting all the goosebumps, you guys. You guys got lots of relatives coming in. Okay, and then let's see, New Age Lunatic, did you want a card, or was there anybody else? Ow, or re-hurt my cut. Yeah, so just let me know, and I will have some tea. And this is a very long live chat. Cosmic Creeper says, that would be amazing if it happens. Thank you. I'll message you later. It's pretty private and appreciated. Yeah, I didn't want to go into a whole lot of details. So yeah, if you want to message off here and talk about it, I'd be more than happy. All right. Okay. New Age Lunatic. And by the way, Bella, if you're doing any sort of energy work over there, I'm feeling tons better. Okay. New Age Lunatic. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so New Age Lunatic, I'm doing yours, and then I'll do Bella's because I got flip-flopped. But New Age Lunatic, I was seeing like chocolate chip cookie batter, and I saw this little girl come over like mommy, like she wanted some. Thank you, Bella. She's sending the good vibes. And it's like the little girl got to stick her finger in the bowl and have some of the chocolate chip cookie dough. So that's what I saw for you, New Age Lunatic. So let's see. And then we'll get to our girl Bella, and then we'll find out who else. Okay. Whoa, okay. New Age Lunatic, you get 2 cards. Okay. Don't be scared of these, by the way. You have the Five of Cups and the Ten of Swords, so something definitely needing to be put to rest. So like something where you're definitely just going to need to walk away and just like, this is the end of it. And how this connects to this very sweet image of a mom making chocolate chip cookies and the daughter coming over for some of that cookie dough. As I think perhaps in some sort of situation, there's been a preoccupation with the final product. You know, I'm not seeing the actual chocolate chip cookies. They're still in dough form. And the fact that the little girl can enjoy that sweetness of just having the dough before they're even finished is just as enjoyable, if not more enjoyable, than the finished product. So whatever situation maybe is going on right now, where maybe there might be a focus on when is it going to just end, when is there going to be the final product, when is it just going to be finished, you know, and perhaps it's causing you a lot of stress. I'm seeing just to enjoy what has occurred so far, enjoy, this may not be the final product, but enjoy the product that's being created right now, because that's what you should be focusing on. So kind of step away and put an end to the thinking that it's not going to be perfect until it's quote unquote finished. I hope that makes sense, because I just got a lot of downloads for that one. So yeah, New Age Lunatic, that's for you. And my girl Bella. Okay, Bella, let's see what I'm getting for you. Okay. Bella, I was seeing a crocodile, like a snapping tail, swishing back and forth, coming out of the water, but not in attacking, more in defense. And then when you look farther behind, in the sand, buried, is these like eggs. So it's like a mama crocodile protecting these eggs. So like protecting her children, or this could be a protection of some sort, but like fiercely protecting something. So let's look into it. Okay, well, that was your card. New Age Lunatic says, whoa. Okay, okay. Oh, hey, Wally. So Bella, I got the Ace of Wands. So how I'm putting that into connection with the mama crocodile, is you might be feeling that you finally are able to take some action on something, albeit a small step because it's an ace, but finally being able to take some action and being heard. So like that crocodile, protecting perhaps an aspect of yourself, or even protecting your own children. Yes, we will get to some other people, and give me just a moment. So again, it could be, you know, protection of your children, protection of a part of yourself, a protection of a physical part of yourself. But you feel that you have more ground to stand on with this. And again, I was seeing the water behind you, so this is obviously very emotionally charged, or water behind the croc. But yeah, I see you as being able to take a little bit of a step forward. It's not a huge step, but just a little bit of a step forward where you feel like you have more of a say about what's going on. And so, you know, as you fiercely protect, you know, that which you deem the most precious to you. So Bella, let me know if that resonates. Okay, New Age Lunatic, I think there was a couple other people that asked for a reading, but if you don't mind letting me know who. And then we'll do a quick energy thing, and then we'll peace out, because we've been on forever and a day. And I'll give you guys your Saturday. Hey, Wally. And then there's a Wally. I'll take one if you have energy, but only if. No, I got the energy. I re-upped. I got some petrified wood with me. Wally drinking my tea. Yes, Guardian Puma. Oh, stretch. Yes, pumas know the importance of stretching. So New Age Lunatic, was there anybody else? Sorry, I'm Brave. Oh, okay. So, Brave Honor GW. Okay, so Brave Honor GW will be next. And then Green Owl. Okay. Okay, so Green Honor, or Brave Honor GW. Okay, so I see the lightning flash, not like a tower card, but more like something, Greenworks. Oh, okay, Brave Honor Greenworks. But I saw a lightning flash, like something abrupt, something soon. Allie says, time for me to head out. Have a great day. Thank you for the reading. Oh, you are very welcome. And thank you so much for coming by. I know that this has been such a long chat, but we've had so much to talk about. Okay, so Greenworks, Brave Honor Greenworks. I saw the lightning flash. Now let's see how that connects to your card. Okay, same card as somebody else, but different meaning. So again, the oppression card. Gosh, that is the Tower card. Okay, let me put this together for you. Okay, so I see something obviously out of your control occurring, but not necessarily occurring to you personally. It could just be like to the people around you in your neighborhood. I'm seeing more like in the neighborhood. And I keep hearing the "we will rebuild." So not to say like your house is gonna get shook down or anything, but where there might be some large event, but it's not some large event where it's gonna cause some lasting damage or emotional, you know, long-term pain, where it's just like, that sucks, you know, kind of thing, you know, where like, ugh, you know, and it kind of feels like kind of sucky for a while. So this isn't something like huge. It's just like, man, that sucks, you know, but it's something that with time you guys will be able to kind of get over it or repair whatever this is. But I am seeing something within your neighborhood on that. But again, you're going to be able to get over it. It's just, at the time, it's probably not going to be pleasant, but it's not bad, you know, so to speak. So yeah, let me know if that resonates with you or, you know, anything. And Wally's getting cozy in his little scratch box. Okay, and then Green Owl. Okay. Okay, so Green Owl, Grüneule, I was seeing you looking out of a window, like second floor window, looking out, looking down, and there being a stag in your yard. And you giving the kind of like, having the, you know, like that feels good, you know? Okay, so let's see. Okay, good times, Green Owl. So you have the Universe, which would be considered the World card. So that totally ties into what I just saw with you, that kind of smug feeling of like, you know, you see that stag in your yard. I think to you and to me, that's kind of a feeling of something that you've been waiting for finally is going to finish, or it's finally, you know, coming to fruition. So this is like it's very subtle though. I know maybe a stag in the yard is kind of like a big ordeal, but it's, for what I'm seeing for you, kind of like finally, that feels good, you know? finally I've been waiting on that. So yeah, something that you've been waiting for. Kind of feeling that, that feels good. Brave Honor GW says, I feel like it does. I've been having a lot of trouble lately with work and what to do in life to get out of this feeling down with my job and my job pressuring me to work hard and now change shifts. Oh, so I'm so glad that resonates then. So you're very welcome. Okay, so yeah, Green Owl, good times. Okay, let's see, was that everyone? That scene played out last night, but there was 22 head in the herd. Whoa. And twos, 22. You've had some divine assistance. All right, wow, that's actually pretty cool. That's really rad. Okay, was there anyone else? And then I'm gonna send you guys off with some healing. I have recharged my batteries and I can, whoa. This battery's dying, so I better end quickly. Okay, so I think that was everyone. So let's go ahead and do a healing. You don't have to stay for this if you don't want to. I'm just sending this to everyone. All that I ask is that you guys remain open. Green Owl says, thank you for reinforcement. So long for battery backup. Yeah, it was too long for the battery backup. So whatever you guys are doing, whether you're laying in bed, you're out in the garden, you're listening to this while your phone's on the seat of the car, just be open to the healing. And if you don't wish to receive the healing, then go ahead and close yourself off and you can go about your day. Not gonna hurt my feelings one bit. Just as the phone said low power mode, I am now in low power mode as well. Okay, pretty trippy. The guide that stepped in to work with me during that house clearing stepped in to help you guys. And my female guide was there too, helping me help guide you guys. So hopefully that felt pretty good. I am now depleted, and I'm probably gonna lay in the sun for a little bit, get a little solar charging. I wish you guys a wonderful Saturday, a wonderful weekend. I'm really out of breath. Much respect and cheese cubes. Thank you, Green Owl. New Age Lunatic says, I'm so freaking emotional. Sean said, wow, cool. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Love and light. Thank you to all of you guys. You guys are freaking awesome. The fact that some of you guys stuck with me the whole time. You guys are like... Brave Otter says, thank you so much. She hit the sub button. Thank you! And yeah, so tomorrow you guys will get the April reading. You guys who are signed up for my newsletter will get the April newsletter tomorrow. Like I said, it's got some deep deets and info in there. The Wally Oracle, working on it. So send in your photographs. They don't have to be super professional or anything, so we can make our community-based Oracle deck. Head to my website for that. Just click on Oracle deck and that'll give you all the information. And then, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. New Age Lunatic, much love to you. And much love to you guys. And this was a lot of fun. And I'm so glad that I was able to share all the information I was able to share with you guys. And yeah, you guys have an awesome sauce day. All right. So much love and peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Bye, guys.